The Immaterial Games Podcast with these guys. Recording live from a stormy Manchester and adjacent areas, it's the Immaterial Gamers Podcast.
Boo! Boo! Why am I pressing the keying button to do this?
Yet again, unsure of how that's working. But today's guests are...
Ryan! Yeah!
I'm like a gladiator. It's great. Through that, we're going to go for films with Joaquin Phoenix in it. So yeah, I'll take Gladiator. And then we got Stefan. So that's he's Joker. Joaquin Phoenix starred in Joker. You know.
I don't know what to do for this intro.
I don't know. Maybe say some weird Joker-like thing.
I forget what Joker says now.
I don't know. When.
Why are you so serious? Let's put a smile on that face.
Yeah, something like that.
Ruined it now.
Okay, fair enough. And finally, we got Darius, who for this case, he's Signs.
I'm not here.
Have you got your tinfoil hat ready for Mel Gibson to just bust into the room and you sat there with two kids just going, huh?
What's going on?
Yeah, aliens. It's aliens. They're reading our minds.
I'm concerned for you two sometimes.
Look, I'm just concerned that I know Joaquin Phoenix films.
I'm just concerned for you both in general.
So it's nice to know that you're concerned.
Yep.
To be honest, they don't go that far, my concerns. They literally stop at the door.
Ah.
Oh, that
Your
was
door.
low.
Yeah.
Ah, well.
Not even my front door, literally my
Your bedroom door.
My door I can reach from right here. No, sat down,
God.
really comfortable.
Fair enough.
It reaches so
enough.
far.
So, yeah. It's a breezy, stormy week.
Breezy, stormy week. Breezy, stormy week.
Breezy, stormy week. Here comes the wind now. Oh my god!
That actually fits really well.
So, yeah. So that's happened. Coronavirus is still around, and there's some small bits of news that we're not going to talk about of various projects and tournaments and stuff like that. Just like, no, we're not doing it. Why? Coronavirus. Oh.
Big deal.
Yeah. But
The last plane arrived today as well.
It did as we record this. The last evacuation plane heading to the UK landed this afternoon.
And so many people are still trapped in China because they failed to pass the test.
Yeah. The test. Can you please cough?
He passed. That's all they had to do. I don't even know what they had to do. From what I know, a lot of people failed on the temperature.
Yeah. That seems to be one of the bigger
Yeah.
Signs of having it is the temperature, even compared to having a cold, is high.
Yeah, but it's like having a fucking flu. Assuming you have the flu and they're going to go, nope, it's corona.
Well, that's what people have been saying. It's like, well, what's the difference between that and like a cold? And it's like, well, to be fair, it's a cold. And then
a cold can kill you.
Yeah, no,
a cold can't kill you.
One of the major functions of the coronavirus, in particularly this one, is that it results in kidney failure. So it's the same as a cold, and then your kidneys give out.
I think I've got a sniffle.
Now, check on that. Have you been having trouble stopping pissing or starting pissing?
No. Is that part of the thing?
Kidney failure.
Oh
shit.
So your inability
Darius
to
has been on
transfer fluids
holiday
to waste.
recently.
Yeah.
Bye, Darius. Nice knowing you.
You went to Prague.
And?
That's not Wuhan, is it?
Might as well be.
You know how many Chinese people were there? Like half of the tourists.
I thought you were gonna literally say like half of China.
I was about to say let's not step into the realms of corona racism, because we're still on that idea that the jokes aren't funny.
There's Canadians with it. There's Canadians with it. There's people from the US. Have you noticed the map with it, by the way? Like the countries that have been hit with it. Why is it all highly developed countries that have been hit with it?
Because that's where travel is.
You telling me no one travels to Africa?
No, I'm not saying that at all. But it's like, in terms of something like coronavirus,
people might travel to Africa, but not many people travel from. If you know, I mean, the natives will not travel from that.
The natives.
Well, the thing that you still got to remember on this is that a lot of the cause of this happened around Chinese New Year. It was going to be high migration to go to this sort of event, and it's going to be more likely that stuff, that's happened. There's still unconfirmed reports about it being like unhygienic market conditions and stuff like that, but no, there's something that'll have happened.
It came from a fish market. It was either a snake, a bat, or something else. It came from.
Yeah. I mean, we go for all the conspiracy theories on that as well. Dettol will protect you is the one that keeps coming along. The highly
smother yourself in Dettol and be done with it.
Yeah, it kills 99.9% of germs. And it's got coronavirus on the bottle. This is the novel. This is the novel coronavirus. This is a different strain. So I'd shut your stupid, conspiracy theory mouth. And also, I'm going to say this now. Stop being fucking racist. I experienced this on the tram home from work this week. Couple of stops away from getting off from work. Chinese family are on the train, just minding their own business. They got on there, they're having conversations. I watched about 5 or 6 people stand up and walk down the rest of the tram.
The best thing is they're probably English.
Probably, but that's still not the point. So someone's just saw Chinese person and immediately thought leper and fucked off.
I find this weird that Darius finds that funny.
So, yeah, I'll still say it again. Get your fucking act together, people.
It's just panicking.
Oh yeah, there's the thing. While we're here, this is from Steve's sister Sam. Dust masks do not prevent the spreading of viruses. So stop panic buying them from B&Q or other hardware shops. So, anyway, now that we're done with talking about morons, let's more talk about us and what we've been playing this week. So it's time for...
In other words, we're moving from one brand of moron to another.
Yeah. So, let's bring it inwards. So here's what's been played. What's been played? So...
Ryan.
Okay,
Stefan.
I'll start.
No, Ryan.
Fair enough.
Stefan.
Star Wars The Old Republic.
Which is this? Because I'm a bit confused when you started saying that you never thought I'd be playing 3 characters. Because last time I played it was single player.
Eh?
I feel like I'm playing in the wrong game.
You are sounding like you are playing the wrong game.
Oh, I know of a different version of The Old Republic.
Yeah, this is the MMO by BioWare and EA.
Okay. Yeah, I might be playing a different one.
Yeah, The Old Republic. Set after the 2 games, Knights of the Old Republic and Knights of the Old Republic 2.
It might be Knights of the Old Republic I'm thinking of. Was that single player?
Yes.
Then that's what I'm thinking about then.
Yeah. Those 2 games were single player games using the D&D rule set, which then has become the Star Wars rule set. So it was basically effectively turn-based combat, and that's before they moved on to Dragon Age, which then now uses its own system. But yeah, this is the MMO set in that game, and this was this all come up due to the fact of Martin playing Star Wars: The Old Republic, which came around by being invited by one of our work friends or old work friends, and yeah, got into it since. So what is it? Well, it's an MMO, so expect a lot of walking around, waiting for lifts. Pushing buttons between you and your enemy until one of you falls over, preferably the enemy. But it's a BioWare game.
Button, I hope it's...
Yeah, but it's also a BioWare game, so conversations will happen, and lots of conversations will happen.
The conversations I have to pay attention to.
In fact, every freaking quest has a conversation. Generally, yes.
See, this is the issue I had with the the Knight of the Old Republic and that, is I didn't like to sit there and... I don't mind the story.
Mm.
But if you're going to have a game that's driven that much by story, I don't want it written. Just speak.
Well, no, they speak. They're all voiced conversations.
Just some of them aren't voiced. In the Old Republic, they are.
Ah, well, in the MMO...
If it's not speaking, I find it not important.
Yeah, well, in Tor... or SWATer, they are fully voiced. You and the NPCs, which is a bit different from KOTOR, where, even though your character would respond, they were a silent protagonist. But, still has the same...
You have to consider for the KOTOR Kings of the Old Republic when that game was made and how big it was back in the day.
Yeah.
It was
So
smart.
they could not record every single voice. It's not that technically they couldn't. They could.
They just don't want to
However,
pay for it.
It's still not that. The limitation was discs. You were still using CDs, DVDs if you were lucky, and still that game could wait few DVDs with all the voiceovers. And I don't think everyone would like to keep swapping DVDs to install the game.
Yeah, switch to DVD 2.
And back in the day, we didn't have 1 terabyte drives.
Yeah.
So it will take a lot of space.
I'd like to point out, and back in the day, some people did do that with games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they were rich.
No, I mean like games had like friggin' multiple discs just to play.
Yes, I know that, but the bigger matter is it would not fit in most reasonable hard drives, and having a game for 50 gigabytes was very unreasonable back then.
Yeah, I mean, I'd argue that it's still unreasonable now. It's just that a lot of places have decided because of the size of things, they don't need to compress anymore. That's why you get something like Call of Duty being 200 gigabytes. You know what? I'm going to show it 2 middle fingers. They're 100 gigabytes each.
No!
But, anyway, yeah, back to the game at hand. Sort of enjoying it. I like BioWare stories,
This is why I like Dragon
pre-Anthem.
Age. Wait, Dragon Age isn't thingy, is it?
No. Dragon Age, well, yeah, it is pre-Anthem.
No, I mean,
We're all
it's not...
Dragon Age is BioWare.
Oh, yeah, it is. See, this is why I like Dragon Age. Dragon Age is a story for me.
But it's the same sort of... They're all running the same system.
Yeah, but any important thing in any of the Dragon Age games tends to be voiced. And
your character wasn't voiced.
My character wasn't important.
Character was meant to be important. However... yeah, but, a lot of very heavily story-focused for an MMO. I'd say it's sort of ahead of Final Fantasy XIV of how story-focused it is. A lot of character creation-y bollocks. You can make an Empire man or a Sith woman or a Republican man or a Republic agent woman or various other things, and they have their own stories. Each class has its own story. That's the thing. The one that I'm sort of running at the moment between sort of our multiplayer, well, I'll say multiplayer, our group ones where I'm running a smuggler, and my solo player where I'm a Sith warrior. So a marauder just walks in with a couple of lightsabers and just goes to town on anything that moves. But
so what are the other classes you can have in it?
So you can have each side has effectively 4 choices, and each of those can then be split into 2 classes. So on the Empire side, you've got the Sith warrior, which can split into the Juggernaut or the Marauder. You've got the Sith Inquisitor, which splits into 2 things. I haven't made an Inquisitor. They're like the magey sort of character. Then you got your ranged DPS in the form of for the Empire. You've got the Bounty Hunter or the Imperial Agent, and then on the opposite side you've got those sort of ones as well. So the Empire has the Jedi Warrior and the
basically Jedi brilliant.
Yeah, so they have Jedi version, Jedi Warrior, Jedi. Mine's trying to help me with this one. Sentinel.
Okay.
Then you've got the Smuggler and the Imperial Agent. No, the Republic Agent. Trooper. There we go. It's more of a soldier. But each one of those 8 main classes has a storyline. And it expects or it gives you the incentive of repeated play due to the fact that your account has a legacy. And basically just means you can roll multiple characters and then you can add them to this giant family tree that you can make. Okay. To make each character related to one another. Just for funsies. I don't want to talk about it too much because it's a bit... But it's like, yeah, because I've got 3 main characters that I've rolled at the moment. So I've got my smuggler, who's a rival of my Imperial Agent, but she's allied with my Sith warrior.
Okay.
and then you can sort of change them and then make them adopted children or spouses or something like that, and it's just weird. But you just got this legacy of characters, and then it also makes it a bit more fun with how the reputation works in it, because generally on this, the Republic are light side, and the Empire is dark side.
Okay, so
but you can gain reputation in any way.
I was about to say, could you gain reputation even if you, let's say, you're on the Republic? I'm assuming you did say Republic was light, right?
Yeah, Republic's light side.
Okay. So if you're in Republic, you could still gain favor on the dark side?
Yeah.
Okay,
because it's done in the conversations. So there's two ways that you gain reputation towards light or dark. One is you just get a flat amount off every quest based on what side you commit to, which is just as simple as toggling a button.
Okay.
So you either want to commit to light side or you want to commit to
we
dark,
got this
and they start.
Didn't we, or something?
Don't know.
I feel like we got this. I think I've got the game.
Maybe, but
Oh no, I downloaded Jedi Fallen.
It's Fallen Order. Right.
Yeah, Fallen Order. I just saw Fallen.
But yeah. So they start on their bits by default. So by default, you're committing to the dark side for the Empire, light side for the Republic. But you can switch that. And the way that it seems to work for that is that they'll still stick within their thing. So the Republic are generally still considered the good guys, even if your character is a bloodthirsty monster.
So
the way that they just do is that he kills because it's necessary, or because in the case of a smuggler, he wants the extra credits, or stuff like that. And their good and their light side stuff are generally like real Paragon thing, protect the innocent, defend the weak. All that sort of business. On the Empire side, doing dark side actions makes you brutal. It's just like, you give no shits. You just do what you want.
I've suddenly started getting messages.
And going light side doesn't mean that you've now become, you're turning against the Empire. It's just like, you're becoming less of an arsehole.
So basically, you're an arsehole regardless. It's just how much of an arsehole you want to be. And you're a goody two-shoes regardless. It's just how good you want to be.
In a sense, yeah. And then, that's what I sort of like about it. And then it's just got its usual stuff at that. Other MMO stuff, grouped areas, quests where you need to group up with teams, flashpoints, which is what everyone else would call a dungeon or instance. It's got space combat, but I'm not there yet.
Ooh,
which is like a rail shooter. Martin's at it, yeah.
Probably would be. He's a genius when it comes to Star Wars games.
But yeah, enjoying it.
We're novices compared to that man.
We are just acolytes compared to the Lord.
Now his head's inflating.
Darth Martin. But yeah. So that's that, and that's me. So,
I really need to play that. Yes.
Hello, Stefan.
What's been played?
I've not played anything new. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft.
Okay.
As I'm currently playing it as we do this as well.
Yeah.
I'm taking it. At the minute, I'm currently taking it easy, just building making things look better. Because as my stressful week on Minecraft has been very stressful, working with villagers and
having villagers working against you.
They mainly work against me, especially in a thunderstorm, and they all turn into witches. The better thing is when you were listening to the song War Pigs, and that happened. But yeah, I'm basically playing with the new mechanics from 14 because we tend to play mainly modded Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
So I've not played with any of the mechanics of the new villagers, so the new new iron farms. Just the whole interaction with villagers. Like now, you no longer have nitwit villagers, from what I can tell. And if you do have a nitwit villager, he's stuck as a nitwit. You're never getting him out. Just kill him. Pull out a diamond sword and shove it up him.
Oh, nice.
What? You want the villager guts? They're very handy.
Shove the shiny diamond sword up where the sun don't shiny.
You don't have to put it that way. You can put it the other way. Don't forget, villagers are very unisex.
Ah, yes. They're adaptable.
It's not just a him, it's an it. See, no matter what, you could just put two together, they'll breed. They may as well be a virus. But I joined Duncan and his sister in their little world to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So within the space of a week, I have done. I'm starting to work on bees, which is a 1.15 update. But so far I have built from the 14 update. I have built the new type of villager breeder, which, as I was just watching it, then it spewed out a baby.
Oh, nice.
I
Say
have
congratulations for me.
I can't, because if I get too close to them, it disturbs them.
Ah.
Well, it messes up the AI and they become a pain in the ass to deal with. I have also been playing with the foxes and the mechanics of trader. The new mechanics and the way you can make auto berry farms with the foxes, because foxes eat the sweet berries in the game, and you're guaranteed at least 3 to 4 sweet berries a bush, and the fox will only ever pick up one. So when it raids the bush, it takes everything off it, and you get at least 2 to 3 berries back. So it is very handy, and especially when it comes to villagers, it does become very useful. Because butcher, there's different type of villagers now. Hold on, I need to get the list of the villagers. Because at one point it was a very small list, I believe, and now they've got. If I can find the page that I have it on, here it is. I've got like 3 of them open for some reason. Okay, now you have We've always had the farmer villager. We now have a butcher, which I don't believe we had. We also have a fisherman, a librarian, an armorer, a weaponsmith, a toolsmith, a fletcher, a mason, a carpenter, a cleric, a leather worker, and a shepherd. We also have the wandering trader. Something I just went, trader. while I was discussing this. But they all have their own specific trades. Some of them do have similar trades, like the butchers, the fishermen, and I think someone else trading coal. But the fishermen tend to be a better worth the buck type thing. It's a lot more less coal. I think it's something like 10 coal for a fisherman, and you get 1 emerald. While a butcher, it's 15 coal. Weaponsmith also does 15 coal, and so does a toolsmith. Yeah, there's the guide I'm looking at right now. It shows all of it. But yeah, I'm playing with the new mechanics of it. I can't wait for 1.16. The Never update is looking very sweet from the snapshots I've been looking at. So I'm kind of getting myself ready for that while I'm doing this.
Yeah.
The new blocks for the villagers are really handy as well. There's a thing called the Masoner. Uses a machine called the Stone Car. You can use these same objects the villagers use, and basically you put, let's say, cobble in it, and it'll give you every single thing you can make with a cobble, but it'll only waste 1 cobble to make it. So instead of, let's say, it normally takes the 6 blocks to make the stairs, with the stone car you just need 1 block, and you can make 1 stairs. I think it still works out the same, because it have how many blocks it used to be. So it used to be something like 6 blocks makes 6. I believe it's 6. I'll work it out in a bit. I really can't. Trying to work. I'm trying to remember other stuff I'm trying to do at the same time. So it's a little bit. Here we go. I think I'll go. Yeah, okay. It used to weigh 6 blocks to make 4 stairs. So using a stone car is more productive. You're not wasting as much
materials.
Cobble. Yeah. So all the new stuff is very new. I wish I was around for 1.14, the original release date, because they had a thing in it called God Armor. Because at the time, the armor enchantment was slightly bugged. And you could put all your protections on your armor. So you could just sit there, getting shot, getting blown up, and you'd barely take anything. And I mean anything. You could still be instantly killed by an explosion. It's just the explosion would have to be that ridiculous. You wouldn't put yourself in that situation. And nothing in Minecraft could put you in that situation unless you've just somehow got a room full of creepers. And they all detonate in one go. But yeah, I'm enjoying the new mechanics, the new crossbows. I've not really dealt with the pillagers yet, which is something I do need to find at some point. I need to find a nice pillager tower to do a pillager farm, because they drop things called emeralds, and emeralds are really good when you're working with villagers. But they also give you a thing called a Tome of Undying, where if I stick it in my offhand and just run around and something does try killing me one day, I will be perfectly fine.
Will you be sure?
I'll be fine until it uses it, and my health regens quicker. Basically, the totem blows up instead of you dying. Your health regen rapidly goes up for like a few seconds, so you can almost get to almost full health with or half health at least. So your health will shoot back up to half health, and basically you just escape whatever's trying to kill you at the time. Hopefully it was an explosion, and your thing did the job. Your Totem of Undying's on the job. But yeah, I have still got a few things to do. There's some farms that I want to try building with the new mechanics of duping TNT, like I told you earlier.
Yeah.
Which, at the current moment, I'm sharing this server with 3 other people. Making a TNT duper, which they don't know how to do. I'm slightly ahead of every single one of them playing this Minecraft. Especially when one of them hasn't been around for about 2 weeks, comes back and goes, "What the hell happened in?" I'm like, I'm a god.
Of course you would.
Well, I brought villagers to us. I breed them. I make a breeder. I basically have my own little village going. All these people know is I brought them here and I've gave them life. Even though some of them are stuck under like a special little tent thing I've made for some of them. That means I can just run in, trade with them, and then run away again. So that means I'd have to go looking for the buggers every fucking 5 minutes when I want to trade.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I mean, I'm really enjoying the new mechanics. There is some old stuff that I would see still works, like the old cactus farm. That still works. I currently have a do not enter on my cactus farm, because I've made a way in. It's just if you fall in and you're not getting back out. but I do not plan on changing it. And right now I've made a little shitty house going around it. So if a villager goes in there, I'm buggered. I'm losing villagers. But yeah, I have some other things planned. What do I have planned? I've just finished a golem farm. Was my last big thing. I'm currently working on getting some more butchers, so that means my berry farm is profitable. Right now, I'm working on beautifying the area while we have this podcast. If people do wish to see stuff, I will put images. I will put images on Immy Facebook, I think, once it's all done.
Yeah.
And hopefully, in between getting this done and hopefully keeping this up, or at least keeping it around, for that means we can switch it back, for future preference when we plan on doing our Sky factory.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how we're planning on doing that yet. I just know we're planning on doing a Sky factory. I don't know if it's going to be one person records and we'll try doing one task, or just take it in turns, like, okay, you'll be on this week, you record whatever you be doing, and then we'll record. I don't know how we're doing it, so I'm leaving that at the minute into the air of it is happening, just like dual play.
Yeah.
Isn't it, Darius?
Mm-hmm.
I think Darius is like just gone. Yeah, it is. I think I'm not sure anymore. But yeah, the new mechanics. I still can't wait for the new stuff, because the new stuff brings stuff that's better than diamond. And I want stuff that's better than diamond.
Fair enough. We'll leave you to your dreams of better than diamond.
It's called
like
Neverite. Who doesn't want Neverite? Think of it, Neverite. It just rolls off the tongue.
Sure. We'll
I
agree
don't
with
think
you.
I made this bridge big enough for a boat to go under.
Oh, well. Right. Darius,
Hello.
what's been played?
What's been played? Actually, a few games.
Okay.
But
Which one do you want to talk about?
But not necessarily the PC games.
That's fine.
Are they board games again?
That's all he
Still
ever
not
plays.
necessary.
He's a bard. You've been playing the PlayStation, haven't you?
Oh my god,
Nope.
console game.
Nope. Because I've been away for a few days,
Yeah.
spending some time
You've been playing some weird sex game.
on the airports or in the flight.
He's
cell.
been playing traveling
Oh god,
games.
you didn't take a departure board and use it as your TV screen, did you?
I will do it next time.
No, I said that there was a news story a couple of weeks back of someone who hacked or hijacked a departure board and started playing their console on it.
I'd do that. Why not?
It's considered illegal
Why is it?
because you're
not
stripping down
supposed
someone else's
to.
property to use yours.
I still don't
Bad
see no
news.
issue with this.
Anyway, well, we'll let you think about that. Darius, sorry, we keep getting in the way of the game you were playing.
So I've been playing on my mobile a game called Polytopia.
Polytopia.
It sounds familiar. Why do I know the name of this?
This sounds familiar as well. But please, while we try and figure out our familiarities, what is Polytopia?
It's a kingdom building, conquering.
Okay,
Game?
now I know why I know the name. I've not played it, I know that much. I've just seen a lot of adverts for it.
Yeah.
Kind of like discovered by accident, to be honest. So I've played it.
Discovered it by
It's kind of-
accident, or did a
it's-
Facebook ad tell you about it?
No, I didn't have it on Facebook. No, I was googling what kind of games I can play offline
Mm-hmm.
because I was going on a plane and I knew for like at least 2 hours I would have no contact to the world.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one which I found, and to be honest, it's a really great game. It's very small in concept, but kind of large to, like, let's say, hard to master.
Yeah.
So you're starting off with the 4 free selection of tribes,
Okay.
which you can choose from, and each tribe have like one special, maybe not a power, but you're starting with an unlocked technology.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, you might start straight away with riding, which lets you create, depending on the tribe, ride either horses, wolves, or things like that.
Yeah.
Or with the archery. So straight off the bat, you can train some archers. And the whole idea is to balance army with developing the city. The city, the country, however, the empire, because it's kind of based on the grid system. So each grid is a different tile. Each different tile represents a different terrain. So you can have like forest, fields. One of the tiles can be a city. You can have a wildlife on that tile as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then depending on what you have already unlocked, you can either go and gather some resources, you can go and chop some wood, you can build some fields, like make them usable for you. And for every single action around resources, you are saving population, and each population, every few steps, you can receive your city leveling up when you reach a certain amount of population. That's the way to put it. So, for example, for level 2, you need just gather 2 population. But then for level 3, you need 3. For level 4, you need 4, etc.
Yeah, right, okay.
So it's basically keep going up. But the time you hit like level 6, 7, it starts getting very hard to level the city. But then in hands coming special buildings, which you are receiving due to fulfilling some tasks. For example, the first tribe having 4 cities will receive a Grand Bazaar. So there you have it. You can place it the Grand Bazaar, and it's giving you straight away a free population. So immediately you're going up, and first city which going to be, I think, level 8, receiving another great improvement building. And you're doing all of this just to have enough resources per turn, so you can have bigger army basically. And with that army, you're trying to battle the other NPCs or other players, depending on the mode. Because you have a standalone mode where you're battling the others, or you can play with other players online.
Okay.
And it's a really nice, fun game for like 40 minutes, I would say. Half an hour to 40 minutes. It involves quite a lot of thinking and strategizing, whether you want to go what to do first, whether you when you have 20 resources, you will either build the army, or you should invest these 20 resources in another technology, a new technology, to get a maybe different angle of how to beat the guys. Because each technology, for example, can give you a different bonuses to the army as well. For example, the navy on the final one have each ship you will have like an extra defense and extra attack. Mm-hmm. So, for example, in that case, you will not need like 20 different ships. 5 will do to win the naval system, and it's like kind of turn-based. So first of all, it's your turn. You're attacking. Some enemies can attack you back, but most of the times, if you have like few archers behind the lines, that's a great advantage because you can just shoot the hell out of them. So yeah, that was one of the games which I have played.
Sweet. I mean, I'm just looking at it now because apparently they're bringing it onto Steam at some point.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be
currently
nice.
Spring. Very colourful.
Yes, it's
for a 4X game. It's actually called the Battle of Polytopia.
Oh, so okay. The battle, yes, it is Battle of Polytope. Yeah.
It's like very cubey and bright, colourful, and
it looks childish, but it's really nice. It's a really nice game to play. I really enjoyed it.
I mean, I think that's probably the problem with the 4X game type, because that's what this is. This is basically it's Civilization cubed up a little bit and made a lot nicer with their own ways of doing stuff. The thing with 4X is a lot of the time it's very, especially in terms of the graphical fidelity of it, is very industrial or sci-fi or like Civilization, which is sort of a lot of green lands until it's full of cities, and then it becomes very smoggy. So, something like that looks...
It still can get really smoggy because when you build the forest all around your city, there is no much more space for anything else. But in concept, I really like it. It's small and simple, and okay, it's not 5 minutes game which you are expecting for the phone most of the times.
Yeah.
But it's not
no game for 5 minutes on my phone.
You know what I mean? It's not. It's a bit longer than a casual user.
Yeah, it's something to have for multiple settings, which sometimes that's good for sort of a mobile game.
I love the fact I go to type it into my phone after looking at it on Steam to find the Battle Cats.
It's definitely not the Battle Cats.
That's the first thing that came up when I just typed the big.
Though that being said, I've just noticed in the Steam thing that they're putting for the Steam version is they say that they will release it when the game feels perfect.
I will be seriously interested in buying it on Steam.
Share screen / split screen online PvP cross-platform
multiplayer because it's got pass and play mode. I mean that's certainly from what the wiki for the mobile version of the game said. It was there as well. No, thank you for showing.
Sorry, I started the game.
Yes, noticed. Thank you for showing us that game, Darius, because I think that's now ended up. That's going to be on my Android later on tonight now.
It's on my Android now.
In fact, it might even be on my iOS. I might put it on my iPad. It looks like a game that'd be nice with a bit of a bigger screen.
To spend this 40 minutes. It's deep enough to have it keep replaying it with different tribes and trying a different strategy.
Yeah.
Because one can go with the navy, the other can go with the archers and the roads. The other can like be a mystical guy who is just trying to like bribe the others.
Does this have a... I can't believe I'm saying this as we're about to wrap this talk of the game, but we've got the important question to ask. This is a Civilization-like game. Does it have a tribe that is like Gandhi, and where its
Gandhi?
AI just wants to nuke you?
Oh no. Well, it's still, you have 4 different difficulty levels,
Mm-hmm.
and it can be really tough if you have a bad start, because the game map is randomly generated, and once you can be fine in the corner of the map and have that extra 5-6 turns to explore and build up.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, you might as well end up in the middle of 3 different nations.
And they all want that patch of land that you're on.
Not necessarily, but it's really difficult to expand.
Yeah. No,
So,
I get what you mean.
Yeah, that was me.
Okay, cool. Fair enough. Right, we're going to be wrapping this up soon, but there is one little story, I think, that's going to be talked about here in the news. News time. So, I know this one popped up on here 5 minutes before we started, but it was the one bit of weird video gaming, I say weird, video gaming news, or video game adjacent news.
Oh god, I put myself AFK on the wrong side of my island. Let's put myself on this side and see what you're on about.
Yeah, so, yeah, Korea. South Korea.
Oh, you're on about this?
Yeah. It's a bit of a humbling story, this one. And some people could say it's a bit... Yeah, and I can see where people may have their concerns. But it's it's about VR and AI and stuff like that. But, this comes from PC Gamer. And the headline of this is, well, the way this is working, this is a weird way of dealing with grief. So, there was a documentary aired earlier last week involving a South Korean woman by the name of Jang Ji-sung. And part of the documentary had this woman going into VR and seeing her daughter in there. A daughter by the name of Nayeon. I'm not great with...
It's already weird.
Yeah, I'm not great with Korean names on there, I'm afraid. But yeah, they show the woman and she cries, and then she gets used to it, and she's got haptic gloves, so she's able to be in this virtual world playing games with her daughter. They then basically state that the daughter had died in 2016 at the age of 7. So this team, or whoever they did it, group of developers, documentarians, all that stuff, had basically made a virtual world so that this mother could basically have the memory of her daughter and to get over stuff that I'm not exactly great with words at this particular point, but they'd built everything up. They'd sampled the girl's voice, they chose a location in VR where they had been around before. Now, the fact that it's in a VR world is a little bit, it could be
a little bit daunting.
Uncanny Valley.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the fact that this had happened is, probably a bit big there. And be a bit weird to see, it's one of those extremes on what would happen with VR. And someone in the comments of the PC Gamer article did state it's a bit like watching an episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah. There was the episode when the 2 dudes were fighting.
Yeah, there's that one, was it Fighting Tigers? Or something like that. There's the other one that comes up, and this is the other Black Mirror episode that comes to mind, is Be Right Back, where a woman loses her boyfriend and then signs up for a service where it siphons through all her social media to basically bring him back as a voice, and then as more. He then ends up becoming like a life model decoy. It's like he's got all the stuff of this social media, but he hasn't got the personality that made him to her. But, I mean, in terms of this, there's a lot of people doing a bit of, doomsaying and, oh my god, this is now going to bring up the VR, we're not going to be able to tell the difference between humans and computers, and, AI is going to take over the world. No.
I'm working on it.
Steph's working on it. He's got the lab set up. I mean, he's
Well,
already trying to.
I'm
We're also
trying
trying
to
to do
clone
a
you
situation and
over
clone me multiple times.
You wanted
But
it.
I did. I mean, just leave them there. I'll go to work and they can go edit. But
I'd rather do the editing. They can do my work.
oh wait, yeah. Hold on, yeah, go the other way around. That'd be a bit weird for my work, wouldn't it? It's just like, yeah, I'll be back in a minute, and then just another one appears and just sits down just as I've left the room. Like, what the?
Hi, Ryan, didn't you just say you're going somewhere? Yeah, I've done that already.
But yeah, no, VR. It can be a way of, technology can be used to help people through events.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, where do you feel on this?
See, it's a completely different story if she basically was doing it constantly. Because that's basically living in a lie.
Yeah.
If she's doing it, let's say, the once, feels what she feels for her daughter, just to get it out of her system, I think that's
good.
very plausible. That's something it should be used for, but not using it in the thing of this is now going to be like your life type thing.
Yeah.
That's the one thing it shouldn't be.
No, I see where you are, Darius. Have you got anything on that?
Nah, I'm agreeing with Stefan on this point because if this is something to help your grief, etc. Yeah, be all means help yourself, help someone else. But if it's like a long time thing, it might be very very, very disturbing.
Yeah, very long term, it would be very disturbing.
Yeah,
and
I mean that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah, if it's given just for that one time, and this article actually linked through to an article from the company Futurism, and it's saying that just a sort of a lot of this is the idea behind this is they say in their words equivalent to flicking through a photo album. It's just as long as it's not a constant log in log out email all the time, it's something that could be done.
Constant thing. It should always just be do it for a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think we are still kind of a bit of I would say 2 decades away where we can like experience it fully. The VR as real world, because there are still technical limitations to it. We cannot fully feel what's in virtual world. If you know what I mean. We still have to use those kind of like gloves, controllers type thingies to navigate. There is no yet fully like body control in virtual world, if you know what I mean.
Well, there is. It's just extremely expensive
and not so precise as you would like it to be. Because ideally, what you're looking for is at the end, when in virtual worlds you will pick up an apple, you can feel that apple.
Well, that's the thing is they've in this they were using haptic gloves, so there is some form of feedback.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean that mean with haptic feedback, that's just sort of similar to holding a phone. But I think it's probably best that we just sort of wrap it up by saying, yeah,
be careful.
More of this. Be careful by all means. But I think this is probably a use outside of gaming that we could use for a while.
True. There is an upside to it of that, but just be very careful.
Yeah. Well, we're all about our upsides anyway, aren't we? Like the upside to finishing. So yeah, if you enjoyed what you heard and want to talk about it more, subscribe, share, comment, do all that business. Ring-a-ding-a-ding, the bell.
Ding.
And yeah, remember, podcast is available on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And well, you're already here at the channel. Look at the social medias. Everything's in the link and the descriptions. And until next time, thank you to Steph and Darius.
Thank you very much.
And until next week, please, for God's sake, don't kill each other. Just have a moment.
But kill the lumbers.
Sure. We'll see you then.
They're our arch enemies.
Actually, before we go, here we go. We can give you a look forward to next week. we're going to be talking about the Sonic the Hedgehog movie next week.
Sonic.
Yeah, we're going there. So yeah, see you then. Okay,
Dabba,
cool.
dabba.
Bye bye.